I am joined here in the studio by KB.
What's going on, brother man?
Well, it's time to live the high life. Hunter Baumgart is here with us, and through the magic of technology, we welcome from an undisclosed location, which he is about to disclose, our pal Adam Pawlak, our chef buddy, the proprietor of Egg and Flower Restaurant in Bayview. He is here to help us live the high life, thanks to Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, my all-time favorite. Good afternoon, Adam.
Hello, boys. How are we doing?
Fantastic. You are chefing today. Yes, chef? Correct? You got a gig.
Yeah, in about an hour. So we got time to have all the fun we need to.
Well, fantastic, because this is the segment when we tell people, by the way, Miller High Life since 1903. It's just delicious.
The classics.
Starters. It's a classic. From the branding, the packaging, everything about it is perfect. And yes, there's some merit to craft beers and the heavier, whatever the ABVs or whatever the higher octane. But it's just so crisp and refreshing and delicious every time. Been a part of our lives forever.
You know what? Give me a good old fashioned macro brew.
And they it's the best macro brew. And they brought back Miller High Life Light too, which is awesome. But this segment is entitled "Who is Living the High Life?" And I'm saying it's Adam Pawlak because of your last week gallivanting around New York, eating at every place that you could. Tell us about that trip.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great segment out of the vehicle going down 52nd Street there, but it was a blast. My body is very happy that I am back to normal eating, which is like once a day, maybe, and Red Bull. So much fun. We ended up doing 26 restaurants in 5 days.
Oh, dear God.
That's like doing a triathlon a day or something.
How does that work? Do you drop your name and go, "Hey, I'm coming in"? Is there
no?
With pros, PGA golf pros, there's this. If you're a PGA professional, you can go to any other course and play. It's like a courtesy.
Yep.
Is that like? Did they do that with chefs?
Unfortunately, not. Unless you're like really, really close with the owner or chef. I mean, I had reservations set up for the big restaurants that I needed to have reservations for. There's also some restaurants where you go and you just try to get in. I had 2 or 3 spots where I'm like, oh my God, we're here, or we didn't have to wait, or like, we're in the restaurant, we got a table, which is a very New York thing, where it's kind of by luck. And if you don't get in, you just try another day. And then we had some places that were on the radar that we just kind of went out. We were in New Haven and we were also in New Jersey for different food. So it wasn't just being in Manhattan or in the boroughs. We worked our way around to some really cool spots.
What's the best thing that you ate?
Oh my God.
It's probably hard to say of 26 restaurants.
I mean, 25 restaurants, at least 4 items at each one. We're talking about 100 items, but I will say, I had a place at a burger at a place called White Manna, which is like, I think the original White Castle burger. It's in New Jersey.
White bread.
So that was cool. I also had the first ever burger ever created in America at Lou's Lunch in Connecticut. That was a cool spot.
Whoa, hold it. Because we broadcast to Seymour, Wisconsin. And if you're saying that's the first burger made in the United States, we're going to have some people up there.
That's right.
In the Fox Valley, they're not going to be happy.
I know I know what you're talking about, but we will we'll let those people argue about it. We'll just say it was very close.
All right.
My favorite burger is the one in my hand. I had great smash burgers on the at Stately Olson Manor the other night on the old Blackstone because it's nice here now and it's fantastic.
Let's go, Drew.
Let's go. I was smashing them up. Yeah. And here's the thing. I haven't talked about this on the air. I told the boys about it though. The little grease cup catcher in the back of the Blackstone got shifted while I was preparing my cook, and all the grease went right onto my deck, which made my dog very happy. But I was doing the Cinderella thing on hands and knees.
You're going to have
power washed,
everywhere.
wiping down and hosing down like the deck that I did not anticipate as part of my cleanup. So do mishaps like that happen in the kitchen, like in professional kitchens?
Of course they do.
Drop stuff yeah.
Of course.
This one was bad. I haven't done this one yet. So this one to me was bad. And I was cooking, burgers and
I feel like if you're doing smash burgers, that little canister is going to get filled up regardless anyway. By the end of it, we know.
You're right. But this was not. This was operator error, and it was error on me.
You're never going to not have that. You're going to check that every time now. Even if you're cooking like rice, you're going to be like, I need my grease trap.
You're totally right. I will never. That is a mistake you're going to make once because I'm down on my hands and knees with the Dawn Power Wash scrubbing the deck. And I was like, I shouldn't be doing this. Is ridiculous. All right. So Adam, you ate like Yeah, everything. Burgers, bagel sandwiches, 5-star or Michelin 3-star restaurants, right? You just ran the gamut.
We go all over. We just, equal opportunity here. It's not like every meal is 5-star or 3-star Michelin. It's just about the experience and what you want to try and what makes sense. I mean, I had lunch at Carbone one day. I think it was the first day, and we were driving back we were going to stop and drop my bags off. We're like, hey, we need to stop right there. Look at that place. It's called Lindustry Pizza. There's not a big line. Let's stop. I got out of the car. He went to find a parking spot. I got in there, and really, really great slice of pizza at Lindustry in Manhattan.
Oh, fantastic. For places like that in New York, like I happen to like places that don't take reservations. Oh, like Egg and Flour in Bayview. Exactly. I like places that you can just walk in. But what's the longest you've ever waited for something delicious? Because I think I was pushing over 2.5 hours at Franklin Barbecue in Austin just to get the experience.
Mibs and Vivs out Lannon for roasted chicken.
Roasted chicken night.
For me,
great chicken.
For me, it was Pizzeria Bianco in Arizona, and that was 5.5 hours. But they text you.
Whoa.
They text you. Yeah, you got to go put in, and then
I wasn't standing in a line for 5.5 hours, but it's still a good wait, But I've done the Franklin Barbecue. There's another place called Pecan Lodge, which is a really other great barbecue spot, and that it's not too bad. But I think that was about an hour just standing in line like you're at like Disney World, and you're already locked in. There's no going backwards. You're just locked in the rails.
Well, Wisconsin people, if they're going to Manhattan to get dinner, it's probably good for them because people eat late there. And if you try and get a reservation, it's like 5 o'clock or 11:30. And, in Wisconsin, we'd be going 5 o'clock. Hey, we got 5 o'clock, Doris.
We got prime time. We got
5 o'clock. We can be home in time to watch Wheel.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's right. No, our reservation at La Bernardin, the 3-star restaurant, was at 11 o'clock, and it's a 2-hour experience. So we were leaving at about 1 a.m.
Oof. That is some late nights. The damage you do to your body.
Sitting down and, still or sparkling at it's like 11:15, and you're like, all right, here, let's go.
Wow. Adam Pawlak is joining us. We're living the high life thanks to the champagne of beers, Miller High Life, and friend of show, Tony in Oak Creek, friend of Adam. Living the high life is... His submission is Alex Ovechkin. At the rate he's going to break Gretzky's record in 2 weeks for most goals. He won't get points, but he will get KB. He will potentially break what we thought might have been an unbreakable record.
Oh, wow.
Alex Ovechkin.
Which is whose record?
Gretzky's. He's gonna outgoal him, but not outpoint him.
Oh, he'll outgoal him. He'll still be 1,000 points behind him.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that is one to watch for the Ovechkin. And
I'll give you one who's living the high life. Me.
I
just found 5 pairs of pants I can wear again. This weight loss thing is making me money.
You gonna wear all 5 at once? Can you?
I might. I don't know, man. I found all these. I can wear these now. I can wear these. I got a whole new wardrobe. I'm pretty happy about that.
Melting away as we speak in
He's
real life.
Melting away. Needs to pack on some more egg and flour pasta, or go on a little run on a vacation for a couple days with Adam.
God, hey, KB, all the work you put in 1 year, we'll bring it back in 1 week with me in New York.
You know
Absolutely.
what? Okay, I would. Not Manhattan, but if you were going to say another city, let's take Manhattan, Chicago, and LA out of the mix. Okay. And I wanted to go on a city tour of food. Where would you take me?
Well, I've never been, but you guys are grilling me. You guys are grilling me pretty hard on New Orleans. So I think that would be a good one because things are close by, walkable, really good iconic spots. I really like the restaurant scene in Arizona right now. And I actually hear, I've never done this. I would say either Cleveland or Miami.
Ooh.
I can see Miami
for sure. Cuban influence.
Miami just has a lot of the heavyweight restaurants starting to get in there too, and a lot of big time chefs are opening new concepts there and stuff. So, or we can really pack up us 4 right now and just go to Dubai, and then we can really go crazy. Hunter, what do you think?
Yeah, Hunter's
Sounds
in.
Good.
Yeah, frequent flower miles.
My life can sponsor that too.
Hunter, you'll be flying out of Appleton to go to Dubai. Just FYI. Chris in the Bend has a question for Adam. This is a cooking related question. He's the guy who said that he wanted to put smoked sweet potatoes in his chili. Okay. You said that was not necessarily a thing that you could do, but you can do what you want. But yeah, exactly. He wants to know, Adam, should you rinse your meat before other prep? I just got a slab of salmon and rinsed it off before I'm slicing it into fillets. Where do you come down? I've heard people talk about this because like people say, oh, do you rinse your chicken? It's like you spread more bacteria doing that than if you're going to cook it, it's going to cook out all the bacteria. Where do you stand on that, Adam?
So I don't rinse any of the meat. I actually do the opposite. I dry the meat really good. So like if you're going to do chickens, you can dry that up. Or if you're doing steaks, you want to dry your steaks, pat it with paper towel. But I'm not rinsing that. Vegetables, yes, you need to clean vegetables and whatnot. When it comes to meat, especially chicken that you're cooking, it's just a personal thing. I know some people like swear by it. They throw the styrofoam log in there, the little sheet tray with the styrofoam, drop the water over it. That's just not my thing. I would say the one time I would say that I've seen people rinse meat is if you're like getting chickens from a farm, but like down the road. Like, so imagine like a chicken comes in, still might have like feathers and stuff, and you really got to clean those up, but chicken breast from Pick and Save, I wouldn't just worry about rinsing off in your sink. But if every time the water gets everywhere, it's even worse.
You're making it worse. 877-794-1973. Who's living the high life? This is a good one from Drew in Muskego, who said, my parents are living the high life. They're in Jamaica on Sunburn Bowl, and they're sending me and my sister pictures of the beach and their drinks all day while I'm stuck at their house watching their dogs. So Drew's parents living the high life.
Hey, he's living the high life. He's hanging out with some dogs. At least he's not lonely.
That's true. By the way, how happy was Fredo when you got back from New York?
Oh, that should just be like my own like podcasting alone is when I go away for a week or so, or even a few days. When I come home, it's just 30 minutes of chaos. It's like the dog's never seen me ever.
You know what? It's the same way if you leave for 7 minutes.
Exactly, KB. They don't have any sense of time. But for some reason, this dude knows like, hey, that was a little longer. I had a couple nights without you, but it's really funny. He goes crazy.
That's fantastic. We're talking to Adam Pawlak. Anybody else that you have living the high life? Hunter, you got a candidate for us?
Or food questions.
Or food questions. But I would say Hunter's living the high life because he's going to Arizona this weekend to cover the Brewers for a week.
Yeah, tough to not choose that in a high life situation. But I think all baseball fans, now that baseball is back and we actually have games to look at instead of guys just playing catch.
That is that's a bonus. In fact, I think the Brewers,
not that the score matters.
The Brewers are on MLB TV. Are you watching it?
Are they really?
Yeah, they're playing the Dodgers. That game against the Dodgers, I think, is on MLB TV. And the first FanDuel broadcast, I think, is tomorrow.
Yes, I believe so.
If I'm not mistaken.
So Hunter, when you're out in Arizona, if you get a chance, there's a place out there, Adam. I don't know if you've ever been to it, but it was one of my favorite Mexican places out there. I want to say it was around 16th and Thomas. It was called the Barrio Cafe.
Okay.
And they had unbelievable mole, but they put pomegranate seeds in their guac. And it was next level.
Dang.
Yeah, the pomegranates in the guac is great. The La Dama, the place that I do pop-ups at, they do the same thing. Radish, cheese, and pomegranate seeds. Really nice pop. I like that.
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. Chicken mole is a spice. It's got the chocolate overtones and stuff like that. That's one of my favorites. But there are some people who say if it's not authentic, or some people just turned off by it. Adam, where do you stand on the mole as a sauce?
Oh, there's literally thousands of different ones. I would say there's more mole than there is pasta sauces or shapes. And there's so many incredible flavors, and the true legit way is just a work of art, building flavors, layering flavors. There's some moles I think that have like 180 ingredients in them. And I love it. Plain and simple.
180 ingredients.
I love it too.
Yeah, KB. It gets serious.
Crazy.
Different herbs and spices and, different things going in. And it is really crazy. And I'm a huge fan.
Here we go. Steve from Brookfield says, my daughter and I are living the high life. We went to Egg and Flour on Monday. Only one word to describe our experience is outstanding.
All right.
The al dente of the pasta was perfect. The sauce was quite tasty with a hint of heat. We will be back.
I love that. Well,
That's
give us a review on Google. And if anyone's been on to Egg and Flour and enjoyed it, give us a review on Google. We always love seeing people's feedback.
Fantastic. Oh, yeah. And by the way, Hunter, I'll send you I'll text you my place. Los Dos Molinos. The mole is spectacular. They make it old school in the clay pots. Well, they had a couple locations, but the main one is on Central Ave, close to downtown.
I got one for you, Hunter. It's called the Americano. Fancy Italian food. Really good. Americano.
Ooh,
all right.
He's
Putting
taking
in the
notes.
old notes app
And
here.
In-N-Out Burger.
Of course.
Double,
That's a given.
Double,
As
double,
bad-
animal style.
As bad as I really don't even enjoy In-N-Out too much, I still go and do it.
How can you not? It's good.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, I mean, we've
The
talked
fries
about
are the worst fries in the whole country.
Well, that's why you get animal style fries.
It's
Just
true.
makes it even worse. And then the burgers are just fine.
Just
That's
fine.
my hot take. It's hot take.
All right, it's hot take hump day. I think that is that's fantastic. All right, so what's on the menu tonight? What are you cooking tonight, Adam?
Yeah, so tonight I'm doing it's a event for the Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks. That's why we're repping here. And we have 150 people. We're doing heavy hors d'oeuvres. So I made like 2 6-foot cheese and charcuterie boards with hummus and different dips and spreads. And then we have 4 great heavy hors d'oeuvres. We're doing a braised beef slider with arugula, horseradish, cream, pickled onions. We have a potato gnocchi with vodka cream sauce, burrata, pesto, parmesan. We have a vegan kind of crispy spiced Mexican rice that's going to have radish, serranos, cilantro, pickled red onions, really nice in there. And we're doing crab cakes with a arugula apple salad.
Man, that sounds delicious. What a menu.
150 people, yeah.
Holy cow.
Here's something our smart, good-looking listeners need to know. We're going to thank Andy in Belgium for this, but I kind of knew that. I was just letting it sit there. But in Spanish, in English, mole means sauce.
Salsa means sauce, right?
Mole means sauce.
Okay.
So they have sauces. All right, here we go.
Chocolatey.
Here comes the Whataburger argument. Okay, it is. Whataburger's better than In-N-Out. I didn't have a Whataburger.
Depends on where you live. It depends on your
right.
region.
I didn't have
People
one
are-
around.
And people here will say Culver's is the best. It's just that's not even.
It's like
420.
420 just hit. It's 420. Everything stops. Even our living the high life segment. We put down our high life and we raise a
Pick
glass
up.
to those of you who celebrate 420, and we say it's 420. What are you high?
Are you high? You're huffing grass?
Yes, it's brought to us by HappyPlaceHemp.com. Check out Rob and Chris. They make the best CBD products found anywhere, right out of Muskego, probably not far from Drew's parents' house. But you can get them at a discount, 25% off using the code Drew and KB at HappyPlaceHemp.com. KB, what's our story today? Make it quick because we got food questions for Adam.
Why make it quick? Why do we have to make it quick?
Because we got food questions for Adam.
Okay, we do. Here we go.
Yeah, really.
No. This study comes from Parenting Kids and Family magazine. And someone put out a list of 10 phrases that the parents who raise well-adjusted kids use these phrases. Okay, so if you were to think of some of the phrases,
Put down that machete.
yes,
Okay.
don't touch the iron.
Okay, yeah.
Is another good one. You're going to put your eye out with that. Now,
Yeah.
I want you to know, anyone, I can tell you right now, when I read this list, I'm like, no, there's no way on God's green earth these kids are well-adjusted.
What do you
Okay.
want?
Yeah, they're getting beat up is what it is. So here are the well-adjusted kid phrases from
Okay.
the parents. You are worthy of love. You have a purpose. These are your traits, and none of them are bad. The universe is balanced and loving. There is only one kind of free will. Negative emotions are there to serve you. put your oxygen mask on first. Okay, I can go with that one. Right? You don't need to do anything.
Okay.
Never take to heart the opinion of a person you don't respect. And finally, there's
That's a
nothing
good
to
one.
fear.
That's
Nothing. That is not bad. Okay. And then last one is there's nothing to fear. And I'm going to say these are not well-adjusted kids.
Who's the parent? Stuart Smalley?
Exactly. These are kids that have no concept of
right.
how cruel the real world
I
can
like
be.
the one that says you don't have to do anything.
You don't need to do anything. Right.
Just lay
Well,
on the ground for years. And
Right.
squirm.
I kind of subscribe to that theory. But hey, you know what? If my dad, if I was ever throwing a tantrum when I was 9 or something like that, or if I was upset about something, and my dad came up to me and said, you know, you shouldn't get upset because the universe is balanced and loving.
Yep.
Negative emotions.
What the hell?
KB, I feel like those were all lines that you tell like a 65 or 75-year-old person, not a growing person.
Oh, without a doubt. So any parent that uses their lines and expects their kid to come out well-adjusted, all I can say is, what are you, high?
Are you high? You're huffing grass.
Classic. That's 420, brought to us by happyplacehemp.com. All right, Adam, we began the show today. It's Hot Take Hump Day, in addition to soliciting people or things that are teams that are living the high life.
Yep.
And we began with a discussion. Someone said their hot take was that cheese popcorn is the best popcorn. Spun us into a whole popcorn discussion.
I like that.
Where do you
Best
go
popcorn.
with popcorn? What's the best? Oh, he said caramel corn is the best. KB said no, cheese popcorn
Cheese
is
popcorn.
the best.
Okay, I love cheese popcorn. I like the white cheddar cheese popcorn. I like the orange as well. I think those are great. I like popcorn that has an astronomical amount of melted butter on it, but it has to be the fake like movie theater butter.
Oh, no.
Yes.
And then on the other spectrum, KB just like fused out on my live stream. He got so mad that he's just stuck.
He just does that. He goes into like these
I was
little.
just staring at you.
Yeah.
To see if I could mess with you.
Hey, you really got me there. I thought your screen was, what are you, high?
Uh-huh. No.
Yeah, so the
not
popcorn
yet.
thing. And then, hey, if you can't make your decision, just get one of those old school bucket, like tin buckets with the horses and carriage, and get all 4 or 3
Dude,
separated
man, you
and
can't.
go crazy.
The movie theater butter is so it's like oil. It's not butter. We have to do real butter. In fact, when I was in high school, I worked at a theater. I worked at the Antigo Theater at the and at the drive-in, right? At the Palace Theater and the drive-in. And we made our popcorn, but it was made with coconut oil.
Okay.
And real butter. And the way we melted the butter, we had like one of those, just had a big, like a big metal tin thing. And we would take the whole big 1 pound block.
Yeah, drop it in.
And drop it in and then just let it sit on the heating bottom of the popcorn thing. And then you would get, as it heated, you would get this foam, this butter foam on the top. That was just awesome. And you could sit there and dip kernel after kernel into that foam. It was unbelievable.
The other 99% of us that grew up just going to the movie theater and spinning that bucket around with the butter pump. Just remember us, KB, when you're on your yacht eating your real buttered popcorn.
My wife and I still make real butter popcorn at home.
Kerrygold butter, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
No, we don't. We don't use Kerrygold butter.
No.
But
use Wisconsin butter.
Land O'Lakes.
Yeah, Land O'Lakes.
Give me the one with the Indian lady.
That's what I use.
I want. Yeah. I want.
We gotta squeeze in a quick call. Rob on the northwest side of Milwaukee wants to chat with Adam. Rob, you got a candidate for who's living the high life? What do you got for us, Rob?
Yeah, I was just checking to see if Adam had any kind of recipe for venison backstraps. I kind of tend to throw them on the grill, but seeing if he had anything he'd be willing to share.
And what was that for?
Venison backstraps.
Oh, wow.
Venison backstraps.
So I would say
dude.
you gotta have fat of some kind. You got to introduce fat to it, but 2 different ways. One, marinate it, throw it on the grill real quick and slice it, like that, but marinate it for like a day or 2. The other way would be cool is if you got a KitchenAid or a grinder at home and grind that meat down and make some kind of a shish kebab or patty or something that you could put in a pita with sauce and pickled vegetables.
Ooh, now that sounds yummy.
Okay.
All right. There you go, Rob. We'll waive the consulting fee.
Yep. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Don't worry about it. That's what we're here for. We're living the high life with Adam Pawlak. Hey, get to your chef gig, my brother, and
Yes.
hopefully entertain the 150 people who are ready to
It's going to be
snack
great.
and drink and mingle with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Follow on Instagram. You can watch everything right on there. I always post about it.
All right.
All right. Tell people again where they can find you on the gram.
All right, Adam _PAW20 PAWLAK23, and then Facebook, and follow 97.3 The Game on Instagram too.
Outstanding. Thanks for joining us, pal. We'll
course.
talk to you next week. We'll see you in studio next week.
KB, Hunter.
See you later, Adam.
See ya.
All right. Keep living the high life. Adam Pawlak, our celebrity